Welcome to Tater Time Football, where we talk about everything around football. Here's your host, Tater Tot.
Hey guys, welcome to another wonderful year of Tater Time Football. Just want to say that we had a pretty good turnout last year, but what we want to do is we're going to do something a little bit different this year. We're going to do top 15 teams and must-watch games, and also a little bit of the armed forces, so Air Force, Army, and Navy. We'll keep them in mind every week too. But let's get into these picks. Let me pull this up real quick for you. All right, so Friday, August 29th, we have Tarleton and Army. So I really have Army picked here. Should be a pretty easy game for them. Do you have anything to add to this?
No, not much. I mean, it's just Army playing. I don't know. I've never heard of Tarleton, so we'll have to go with them.
And Army did pretty good last year too. Like,
oh yeah, they were in the
regular
rankings.
season. So you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But then you have Auburn and Baylor, and this is going to be held in Baylor.
I'd probably say because it's in Baylor, I think I'm gonna go with Baylor, just because I don't think Auburn has everything quite figured out yet. I'd like to see what Hugh Freeze has done over this off season with his players. I've heard pretty good things about like in their spring games and all that, but can't really tell anything until it hits in paper, you know.
Yeah. And I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this. My grandfather played for Auburn, so I kind of really favored them a little bit, even though I hate losing to them. But still gotta remember my grandfather. Really, he went to school there, and he's actually in the Hall of Fame at Auburn. So can't really say too much bad about him.
No.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with Auburn here. And now you got Colorado and Georgia Tech, and I think this is actually in Colorado. I don't want to say it's in Colorado because I've been wrong before. It being like some off the map place. I'll try and do better next week.
You should. Yeah, it's at Colorado.
Okay, at Colorado.
Yeah. Honestly, I think the hype is kind of. I don't think the hype's going to be there all this year for Colorado. I mean, you don't have Shador Sanders in there no more, and I mean, I'm not saying they're going to be bad. I'm not going to say that, but I don't think they're going to be as hyped up.
Yeah.
You know, but
as they were.
Georgia Tech, honestly, God, they had that game last year against Georgia. Overtimes. That was great to watch. I mean, that's a pretty good team, so I'm gonna lean towards Georgia Tech. You know, give it to them over Colorado.
I'm gonna go with Georgia Tech too because that quarterback took a lot of damage last year.
Man, that guy took a lot of hits and kept on going.
It's like, dude, sometimes you need to know to stop. You look like you're about to fall over. But yeah, Georgia Tech here, and now we have a really big game. It's gonna be Texas, number one seed, number one right now in the nation, with a number 3 Ohio State. It's gonna be a rematch game from the playoff, so this ought to be really pretty good. So who you got?
You know, I think I'm gonna give it to Texas. Ohio State, they're always pretty strong, you know. Yeah, I mean, of course, they're always up there like all the other 10 teams you could name every year. But they lost their main quarterback. The new guy, he seems all right, but I mean, but then again, I mean, at least Arch Manning, you know, he's got some playing time. I still kind of want to see what he's gonna do. Is he really gonna meet expectations or not? I mean, it's a big game. Play against OSU in your first like real game as the starter.
Yeah.
So I mean, pressure's going to be on him. Let's see if he gets rattled.
Mhm.
I mean, I think it's a long day, but I'm gonna give it to Texas.
Okay. I'm actually gonna go with the defending national champions because
He wants Buckeyes.
I'm
Ooh.
not much of a fan. I wasn't the fan of the Buckeyes in previous years, but I've actually I watched a little documentary on the whole playoff and like what they went through and all that, and I think a lot of teams from what they experienced, because I was like, oh, they're trash or this. But when you lose, it does something to you. It changed them as a team throughout the rest of the season, and like I said, that's what made them as good as they were in the playoff. And I'm kind of going away from my team that I always talk about, and I just want to just put a shout out there that they actually did look good in the playoff, and taken away from what I saw, they actually did pretty good. And now you have VMI versus Navy. Like I said, Armed Forces. I'm gonna go Navy here.
Yeah, go Navy.
Woo. And then you got Nevada at Penn State. Number 2, Penn State.
Number 2.
Yeah, they couldn't get it done in the playoff.
Yes.
Kind of disappointing, but it's all good. But I'm gonna go Penn State here, of course.
I guess I'll go Penn State this time.
Okay, and then you got Marshall at Georgia. Who you got here?
Of course, you got Georgia.
Georgia. All right. So this might be a very well talked about game. We're going down to Alabama at Florida State. Who do you have here?
I got to roll with the tide, man. I mean,
the only thing I see a problem with is it's in Florida State, and people could say what they want and say that it's just Florida State, but it's a very difficult place to play because Alabama's been in situations like this before, and last year we struggled on the road. So I'm going to pick Alabama here, but it's going to be a close one.
I think interesting note, looks like Jam Miller probably won't play.
Yeah.
Said he had an upper torso injury in a scrimmage game. That's going to hurt. I mean, it's not. Can't say it won't. I'm sure we have really a good bit of talent in the running back room, anyways. Ty Simpson. I want to see what he's going to do in his very first start as a starter. I mean, yeah, he looks. I mean, the talent's there. I mean, the talent's there. You just gotta build that mental awareness and pressure to withstand all the nerves.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Florida State has some good backing behind them. I mean, they kind of made the last couple of years they were relevant like they were when Jameis Winston was there and they won national title.
Then they fell off for a little bit.
They did fall off, but
I think that was because they gave up on their coach.
It's possible. I just think it's going to be a very interesting game. It'll probably have a really good viewer turnout, but probably because most people want to see Bama lose. But that's okay. I think it's going to be a good one.
All right. So Alabama it is. Air Force. So this is going to be at Air Force. Bucknell. So I'm going to pick Air Force here. This might be their first win of the season.
Yeah, let's see if those airmen can get it done, Last year was
like flat tires all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they ever got off the bus.
Hey, but it's okay. We still respect your wonderful Air Force that you.
Oh yeah,
Thank you for your service, sir. So now we have Montana State at Oregon, number 7. I'm gonna have to go Oregon here.
Oh yeah, Oregon's gonna blow these suckers out of the
Alright.
water.
And now you have Long Island University at Florida, number 15, Florida.
Where
They're
do they
actually
find these teams?
I don't know.
I'm concerned.
I
Like
think it's a
I've
different.
never heard of these. I've heard of some,
They're
not really
probably well
known teams,
known.
but who? Long Island, I guess.
Okay, now you got a top 10 matchup against LSU and Clemson in Clemson. So who do you have here? Clemson is number 4 in the nation.
They are number 4.
And
That's really tough because I mean LSU. I mean they're always there.
Mm-hmm.
Solid 8-4 team every year. Clemson was on a very far fall off until they somehow turned around at the end of the year. But
Sometimes that's what it takes, man. It takes a little bit of dirt in your
Yeah.
face just to get better.
I think I'm gonna give it to Clemson. I think Dabo comes back swinging. Kind of show people, hey, we're still here. I'm not irrelevant.
I'm going to have to go with Clemson too. And it's not because of LSU, because I've come to the conclusion that I don't hate LSU. It's just, there's some, like, every fan base has those fans that can be a little irritating. So you can't take it out on the whole fan base just because one person wants to be crazy.
I mean, if you ever see fans, on the internet, or
part
what,
of
you
it.
never see the good part. You always see the bad part. That's what gets views, and that's what gets people riled up.
Now we're going to go down to New Mexico and Michigan.
I mean,
Michigan.
the Wolverines are probably
Let's go
going to get
blue.
it done.
Let's go blue. Hey, they beat Alabama in the freaking
They did.
bowl game, so. But there again, we were trash. But
Yeah.
Go on. Let's go to Arizona State and North Arizona at Arizona State. Arizona State is at the number 11 spot.
Does Arizona State's running back leave, or is he still there?
To be honest, I would have to do a little bit of research on that. Next week I can probably answer that question for you. But yeah,
That's the proper response. But I'm gonna go with Arizona State anyway. They look pretty solid. I mean, if they don't have him, they should beat North Arizona.
now you got Virginia Tech and South Carolina. Let's go Gamecocks.
Yeah, I mean, South Carolina. I thought I thought they had a pretty good chance, getting into the playoffs, but it didn't quite turn out. But still, go South Carolina this year.
Well, I always like to make a note that South Carolina is actually a decent team. Like whether people want to say that or not, like they're a really, let's just say, stout team defensively.
They've always had a good defense.
Like their defense has been outstanding year in and year out. There's just no way around it. And now you have number 6 Notre Dame at number 10 Miami. You think Miami can hopefully make it the rest of the way this year? No. Okay.
Realistically, I don't think they do.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Hey,
but
you never know.
I say Miami doesn't go that far. And I think they started out first game of the year with a loss to Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm. And now that we have all that finished, because that's our top 15,
Mm-hmm.
do you have anything like teams that are standouts to you?
I got 6 teams I want to watch. I'm probably going to follow along this year, and I think other people should as well. I think it'll be interesting. You got South Carolina. I mean, shoot, man, they are really close to making into, being in the top 10, being in the playoffs. I just think, a couple games just didn't go their way. Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin's always, he's always got something up his sleeve.
Hey.
Got some little tweets he puts out there. It's like, okay, man, it's pretty fun. I think they got a pretty stout offense. Always do. Their defense seemed to lack just a little bit last year. They turned that up. probably be easily top 5. I know they're ranked a little bit lower though. The third team, Auburn. I want to see how Auburn does this year because another bad year.
Mm-hmm.
Do they fire Hugh Freeze? I think they do. I think they fire him.
Mm-hmm.
He's worn out his welcome if
Yeah.
he doesn't perform this year.
Usually 2 years
And
in.
yeah, I think this is his second year or his third year.
This would be his 3rd year.
Yes, I would say I thought it was the third year. But I don't know where they get the money to keep hiring and buying these coaches after they fire them. But and then my fourth team gonna be number 1 Texas. I think watching Arch Manning, do his or Archie
Mm-hmm.
Manning do his thing. If he meets expectations or exceeds them, man, I mean they'll probably have a good chance to win the title.
Yeah.
Clemson, as I said before, I think Dabo, comes back with a vengeance against that little fall off they had. Stay relevant,
Yeah.
be up there competing with everybody. And my last one is going to be North Carolina. And that's all because you know who's there, don't you? Bill Belichick, man.
Bill Belichick.
Either they're going to come. I mean, this first year, there's going to be some growing pains, I think. Not 100% familiar with how the team is, defense coordinator, offensive coordinator. They looked good last year. Kind of, they look decent.
Yes.
Surprised, coaching changes happen.
Yes.
But honestly, shoot, with the money wise nowadays, NIL, college football is really like a semi-pro league to me. So I think Belichick brings in a lot of that money, the sponsors, NIL deals. And I think they easily make top 25, they might make top 15. But first year, we'll see. That's my top 6 to watch.
And I don't really have a top 6, but I'm going to kind of pick from those teams that you were talking about.
Okay.
Ole Miss is one of them. And Ole Miss's quarterback that's probably about to be starting, number 13, his name was Austin. What was his last name? He actually looked pretty good in about, I think it was like 2 or 3 drives. Like, I know you really can't judge by that, but I want to see what he's capable of doing for Ole Miss because he's got the play style of Tua Tagovailoa. Like, he's really, really decent at throwing the ball, and also he's a lefty. He's just like, he looks like Tua playing out on the field sometimes. So I'm like, oh, this guy looks pretty good, and he might actually be a sleeper. Like, like when it comes to people in the SEC and other teams, it's like that team might actually be a sleeper team. Never know.
Talking about Austin Simmons?
Yes, Austin Simmons. There you go. Thank you for correcting me on that.
No, I just gave a little bit of info. That way you know.
Right. But yeah, Austin Simmons, he looks pretty decent. And then also, like you said, Texas, I want to see what their quarterback has to offer because I've heard so much hype about him. So hopefully he can actually get the job done. Like, I wish him luck because Sarkisian's one heck of a coach. And he's one of the prodigies of Nick Saban, so I like him. And considering what he came from, where he was at USC and he was trash, and then he came to Nick Saban, and Nick Saban helped him get clean and everything. From
Gave him a second chance.
Drinking and all that, and gave him a second chance. A lot of people didn't want him there, but Nick Saban still took him in and made him better. Do you have anything else to say, or?
Well, not that I know of. I mean, first week, still getting back into it.
It's going to be a little bit. We're going to do a little bit more next week because there'll be a lot more games going on. So it'll probably be a lot better then.
Yeah, I'll get a little bit more info. Slow season starts at work, so that way, workload comes down. I'll start watching football a little bit more.
Okay. And then also I'll start watching a little bit of film too. I've actually been watching a lot of film this week too.
Just
so
you feel
everybody knows. Like, I've actually been watching film on other than my team, Alabama. Like, I have looked at Michigan. I have looked at South Carolina. I have looked at everybody. So whoever's in the top 15, that's what I'm going to start looking at is videos on them specifically, on what they bring each week.
Mm-hmm.
So you better hope you're in the top 15 because then we'll talk about you. All right. Y'all have a good one. Please like, subscribe. Hope y'all really enjoy the show. And y'all have a good
Leave a
night.
comment.
And leave a comment, please. Yes, absolutely what he said. Please leave a comment. We really enjoy the support. And thank you. And y'all have a great night.